money. I focused on it, had to get labor to help me soften the trees, spray, remove the sick one and bury. So when I did that, there was improvement in the tree. It was no longer getting those diseases. But the first time I got the good yield, that made me get 2,600,000. That was between February and March. And I continued getting up to now. There's continuous harvest. If it was not through Ssenoga support to improve on it, I wouldn't have got that money. In my circle, I have 17 associations, and I have a total of 117 members. So being women entrepreneurs, we have created other activities that can earn us income, like drying eggplants and packaging. We have also managed to have cassava chips. That's a high quality. Packet can be milled and then also mixed with cowpea flour to make bagia that can be packed for children for school. We also have sodium bicarbonate, abalang. People have been just neglecting those things, but in the community, if you don't have, you cannot prepare a magira. We have also initiated that, putting it in the box, then also labeling or branding. It fetches us money, daily income. We have different products made from different associations, but all, when we meet, we advise one another and we visit one another to see how each association works. There are those who do piggery, some do poultry, some do the sales of clothes. Their lives have changed because before, some of them were not doing any business. But when this seed capital came, that's when they started thinking what to do. And when we meet, we always encourage. Being a woman, you need to have money. You need to have an activity that you do to fetch you what? Money. After me clearing the first loan, I got another loan, still to put on more on poultry and also saving on other investments so that I get more money. But I found that I was improving, life was becoming cheap, and from there, as I was getting from the orange sales, we wanted to construct a rental place for investing or to sustain our income generating activity. That's when we constructed the house, and we're still continuing, but we're left with a few areas to finish. And our stay in the family is very good. We no longer have conflicts. I'm peaceful with my husband. We plan together. Life has improved. We can get money at any time. Diet has improved. I passed through hardship, getting money for a month you would not handle 10,000, but now a week is too much. So I send my thanks to the President of Uganda for having thought of Ssenoga, an initiative for job creation and wealth. Indeed, in my circle, women have become beautiful, they have become knowledgeable, they have become exposed. Being the secretary of the circle, it has also given me an opportunity. I'm also secretary to our Muslim Council. I'm the only woman who is the secretary and I'm with the men. So that makes me happy too.
Buza Kamiso now, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about the taxes they pay to URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear chitenge at 10,000. And when we are selling chitenge, we sell it at 17. So we don't know whether we are working or not.
Understanding your tax obligations can help you grow your business and avoid unnecessary losses. Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner. In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Feel the passion of Europe's top soccer league. 20 teams battle to win.
And now Dusan Vlahovic! Rafael Leao!
The iconic Serie A Championship trophy.
Barella! Beauty!
This is Serie A, the home of culture.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Well, good morning once again. Thank you so much for being on UBC TV. As always, the vision is always to inspire you. This is Good Morning Uganda. My name is Julie Nantaba Musisi. Now, there is a common saying, a sad one at that, that if you want to hide anything from an African, hide it in a book. That is a very wrong narrative, if you ask me. Very, very wrong. But if there is a solution to change such narratives, way to go. We always welcome such. And in studio today, that is a conversation we are delving into book reading, the culture of book reading, and the culture of writing books as Africans. Now, in studio with me is an amazing team that are book readers, a book club of some sort, but also an author of a book. I would like to show you just the book that is with me here, and it's authored by a Ugandan, but one with amazing stories and one for children to read. This particular one is authored by Davis Ssenoga, and he is with us in studio today. This is the particular book. This is what the cover looks like, and Davis Ssenoga is in studio with us today. Good morning, Davis. How are you?
I'm very fine.
Thank you for coming to UBC.
It's a pleasure.
Now, you're a book author, a Ugandan book author at that. What inspired you to start writing?
There are very many aspects that inspired me to start writing and basically to author this book that is entitled Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is a storybook for both the young children, students, and also the old. Life events, I would say, is the first aspect that inspired me to write. Some of the stories that are in the book encompass life events, childhood memories. By childhood memories, I'm meaning the memories we passed through while coming up in our schools. It is also having historical events, and it has a story that is entitled All That Glitters Is Not Gold. It is a lesson to the learners, to the students, and also in life where they are going. We have a story that is entitled Betrayed Twice. This is a woman, a young girl who was studying, and she was looking forward to going to university, but she had lost all the hope of getting maybe a scholarship. And this is what happened in my life still. So it is a real life story that we passed through while in school. Because personally, in 2018, I was at St. Andrew's College, Tovu, for my advanced level, and we were looking forward to going to university. So I had prayed to God to get that scholarship, that national merit. And I had spent time going to mass, working hard, reading. And then while we were in the vacation, I was still praying for this scholarship. And when the national merit lists came out, oops, I wasn't there. So it was a tough moment, but it was a hard pill to swallow, but I had to persevere and go through that moment. But hardly had I lost hope when the district quota lists were out, and I was on those lists. So Betrayed Twice is a real life situation where everybody passes through that situation in school.
Yes. Right, now for whom did you write this particular book?
I targeted, first of all, pupils, that is from 10 years. So this book basically can be read by a person of 10 years, a child of 10 years and above. For the vocabulary that is inside, the English is simple. You know, they say that reading, you have to be able to get meaning from written text or printed words. The keyword is getting meaning from. So the vocabularies are well explained in the book.
Right. Now in studio with us is also pupils from Bukoto Primary School, and these are pupils that have had their hands on the book, and each one of them will be sharing their experience. But let us start with their introductions, starting right from my immediate left. Good morning.
Good morning.
Fine, thank you. You can hold the mic for yourself so that you speak comfortably. What's your name?
My name is Navkenya Maria Rest.
Navkenya, which class are you?
I'm in primary 7.
Have you read the book?
Yes.
All right, I'll be asking you a little more about the book afterwards, but next to your neighbor. Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Nakman Flavins.
Flavins, have you read the book?
Yes.
Right, pass the mic to your neighbor. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Wanyana Rose.
Rose, have you read the book?
Yes.
Love it. It's good to give someone a book and they read it. Many times I think you also experience as Ugandans, we are given books as souvenirs and we just keep them in our shelves or give them out anyways or just abandon them and they go to waste. But it's beautiful if someone gives you a book, gifts you a book and you take the time to flip through those pages and have the story of the person who intended it for you as you read it. 0709, by the way, 602-592 is the WhatsApp number to which you can engage. We are talking about book reading and the culture in Uganda. Now, coming back to you, Davis, when you were starting this project, what did you want to achieve as a goal?
First of all, the reading culture. You know, pupils are always interested in reading, but in some instances, the scope of the novels is sometimes not relevant to them. The stories are not relevant, first of all, to their daily life, the memories they pass through, and also their school life. So this book basically tackles that aspect. That is part of their life. The stories are part of their lives. The lessons they learn from them are also part of their lives, both in school and outside school.
Right. Now let me come to Flavins. Flavins, what's the most interesting story you've read in the book?
All guitars is not good.
What did you learn from it?
I learned to be patient.
Right. Patience is key indeed. And if you can pick a lesson from a book, one thing for sure that I'm a book reader, and one of the things that I love about reading is the fact that, one, I get to walk a journey with the author, but I also get to learn a thing or two from them that I use in my own life. So if Flavins has learnt patience from a story that not all that glitters is gold, which is a story from this story collection, Once Upon a Time storybook by Davis Ssenoga, it's one that is worth it, that she is picking a lesson from there. Davis, coming to you, what do you think is the impact of reading? Especially to young people, the fact that you're investing in the younger generation, what do you think is the impact of reading?
First of all, reading has very many stages, and the key stage in reading is the initial stage when these pupils are still young, they're still at a young age. The reading that they go through. First of all, reading shapes culture. Reading shapes morals. You know, everybody has ever read stories and novels, and it's very good to pick a leaf from each and every novel that you read. So reading shapes morals. You learn daily life situations. Reading still, in some novels and some books, of course, are educative. So a person is reading and a person is being educated. It's not all about just reading. It's all about being educated, being learned. And also reading in most cases, you know, in Africa we have that problem whereby we are scared of reading, and not only being scared, we don't have access to the books. We don't have libraries in schools, which is also a difficult situation. So when we bring in reading in African schools and we shape the culture right away when this child is still young, we shape the culture of this child, we shape the morals. This is all through reading. We shape the communication skills. Remember, these are the pupils that are going to become leaders in the future. So when you shape the communication skills from way down below, it helps this child in the future. The vocabularies that they come across. Basically, this book also has very many literature aspects. Homophones, proverbs, idioms, metaphors. So they are part of the development of this child from the lower stage to the adult stage.
Right, that is very, very profound. Now let me, Flavins, please hand the mic to Rose. Rose, what makes this book interesting? I know you've read it, like you mentioned earlier. You said you read it. What's interesting about it?
It has stories like all that glitters is not gold, and the unexpected danger. Yes.
What did you learn from unexpected danger?
Being patience is good.
Right. All right, all right. Now let me come to my extreme immediate left, and that is Maria, who is seated with me. Maria.
Yes.
First, tell us about your school. What does it do when it comes to encouraging you to read?
Our school built libraries. Every morning or evening, we read books found in the libraries.
Okay, that's beautiful. So what do you think is the importance of schools having reading cultures? What do you think is the importance of having a reading culture at school?
It promotes culture.
Right, right. It does promote reading culture. Now, coming to you, Davis, do you have any future projects in regards to books such as this for young people?
Yes, there are very many upcoming books. We have poetry books that are coming up. There is one entitled Glory of Africa that basically goes through all the stages that we passed through as Africans, way from our great-grandfathers that passed through slavery up to where we are now.
Oh, that means you dug into a lot of research,
yes,
having come from slavery. And how do you plan to distribute them to the different pupils, that brackets that you're targeting?
First of all, the books can be found in various bookshops across the country. So if a school is interested, one, the school can visit the bookshops. Two, they can contact the author, that is me, and also, you know, we are a company, P-Tails D, so you can come across us on the various social media platforms. On Twitter, that is at P-Tails D1, Facebook still P-Tails D1, and my own handle, Davis Ssenoga. You can also contact us through that. Then also on the telephone number 070889130 to make your orders.
Right. Now, on to our social media, WhatsApp number. I am Akampumuza Innocent, a student at Bishop's Priano Kahanjire SS. And my question is, how did Davis balance the reading curriculum requirements with the students' interests? Merci beaucoup. Yeah, Akambure is asking, how did you balance the reading curriculum with the school requirements in regards to reading and school activity?
That is a very good question, because one of the problems that is affecting reading or the reading culture in African schools is basically in the curriculum that we are having. To note this, the curriculum is being improved and it is catering for reading, extensively reading and thinking. So when we are writing these books that are dealing with learners, we create that curiosity, we create that analysis, that critical thinking. We base all the stories on that, on all those aspects, because right now the setting has also changed. We are getting why do you think questions. Often learners have to be able to think by themselves. Learners have to be able to critique, to analyze, whether it is a text, whether it is a question. So we have balanced everything in this book. We're knowing that the curriculum now is improved, and it is a great step forward to the reading culture in our country, Uganda.
Right. Let me come to Maria here, who's my immediate neighbor. Maria, what message would you give to fellow children about reading?
Novels, reading novels are interesting.
Right. So reading novels is very interesting.
Yes.
And what do you pick from reading novels? What happens to you after you've read a novel? Your vocabulary is improved, right?
Yes.
That's right. Flavins, what do you pick when you read novels?
I learn new words.
That's true.
I learn how to read.
Right. Well, what do you think is the importance of a reading culture in your school?
Novels are educative.
Right.
Novels are educative. Novels promote morals.
Yes, that's true.
And many others.
Right. All right, finally to you, Rose. Rose, in your own opinion, what do you think is the importance of novels?
Importance of reading novels. Some novels are educative. Children can learn vocabularies from novels.
Right.
Children can improve their reading skills and so many others.
Ah, that's very beautiful. So Davis, finally, what would your message be to young writers?
My message to a young writer out there, number one, follow your dreams. And following doesn't mean a walk in the park or it's not a bed of roses. Following your dreams means putting an extra effort. One, to work. Two, to learn. When you learn, you improve what you are producing. So follow your dreams. And number two, trust God.
Right.
When you trust God, you're going to trust yourself.
That's very profound. So how much do we get this particular book?
That book costs 12,000, and to the schools that are buying in bulk, many copies, that is 50 to 100 plus, it goes for 10,000 each.
They're very affordable, I must say. So for schools, this is very important. If we want to promote a reading culture in amongst our pupils, this is profound. This is something that we can invest in and encourage our pupils, our students to grow into the reading culture. And having school libraries, like Maria mentioned, that Bukoto Primary School has a school library where they are encouraged to engage the school library every single morning. So grab yourself copies so that you invest in tomorrow's Uganda. Reading is a fact of life. Let it stop that if anything has to be hidden, it has to be hidden in a book away from Africans. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you, Davis, for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Maria, for coming. Flavians, thank you so much for coming. Rose, thank you for coming. Indeed, always a pleasure to have things that inspire you and add value to you. Now, in more exciting news, once upon a time, we did host Very Paul here in studio. He was an artist who spoke profoundly about the music industry and the detail of the music industry and the message that we pour out, musicians to be particular, that musicians pour out into the music space and its impact. But the good news is that we are celebrating him in particular. He and the wife did get married last year, a year ago, and they welcomed, just this year, welcomed a bouncing baby. And this was, I think, a honeymoon baby. But yeah, congratulations all together. We do celebrate Very Paul and the wife for God's glory on their lives, that they have a bundle of joy, but also a fruit of the womb in their marriage. May we wish them the best as UBC. We definitely wish them the best. That's it from Good Morning Uganda, this Friday edition. It's just 10 minutes on to 9 p.m. Ruben will be coming up with the sports, but from us, really, next week is when we shall catch up again. Good Morning Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.